Good morning, folks. Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Guys, it all comes down to today. We are here today in Jeff City. The Supreme Court chamber right there behind me is going to be where we're going to be in a couple of hours as Biden's DOJ does everything they can to kill Missouri's SAPA law. Folks, get signed in. Tell me where you're watching from. I'm going to pause here for a moment. Someone give me a mic check, guys, if you can hear me okay. It has been a long road getting to where we are right now. Everyone knew when Joe Biden won his election a year or so ago, we were going to have a war on our hands for our gun rights. We all knew it. And when we fight to stop gun control in Congress, here in Missouri, we also knew we needed to pass SAPA. And we did. With all your support, we did. We passed SAPA last year, and now here in Missouri, Missouri cops cannot aid our tyrannical president in enforcing federal gun control. They can't enforce federal laws, federal executive actions, nothing. And Joe Biden hates it. His handlers hate this because the reality is their agenda, their laws, all of it, is only enforced for the most part by state and local authorities. And that's why they're going to be here today in the Supreme Court chamber behind me, trying to get a judge, the Supreme Court that is, to overturn SAPA law. Guys, this is a great big deal. It has national ramifications. Help us fight back in court. Donate today. Help fund our legal defense fund for SAPA. Because again, every blue city in our state, every single one of them are trying to undo SAPA law. All of these big city chiefs are acting like tyrants. Most of them are getting federal money for whether it's new cars, whether it's a new MRAP, whether it's a new jail, whatever it is, they're all on the dole. In one way or the other, most of them anyway, are on the dole. And they hate the fact that we, the people, have told them, no, in our state, we want you to enforce our laws. It's really simple. It's really simple. And they have sold their honor and sold their the respect of their position to become, in many cases, trying to enforce Biden's gun control agenda. We say no with SAPA. They hate it. Joe Biden hates it. And we're going to square off today. We have our legal team with our briefs ready to go with the DOJ's team later on today in the Supreme Court here behind me. We need your help, guys. Make a donation today. This case is about much more than just Missouri or even our gun rights. Because if red states, if red America realizes what Missouri realized with SAPA, that we have the authority to tell the federal government to kiss our ass, that we're not going to enforce your tyranny, if that starts to spread across the country, Joe Biden's reign of terror, Joe Biden's war on our gun rights, it's over. It's over. At least in red America, it's over. Because without the local cooperation to enforce his garbage, that's it. It all falls under its own weight. Biden's handlers know that. That's why they're not trying to shut down so-called SAPA in Texas or so-called SAPA anywhere else. They're coming here to the Supreme Court behind me today in Jeff City because they know that if they do not overturn SAPA here, it will spread in red America like wildfire. And then for the next 3 years, as this aging old tyrant tries to sign executive orders attacking our freedoms, the states, more and more, are just going to say, yeah, kiss our butt. We're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. So if you care about guns, this fight involves you. If you care about any other issue, however, where the states are being forced to enforce federal tyranny, this issue involves you as well. It's a hell of a fight, folks, and it's all taking place here in Jeff City because of the work that we all did last session in fighting to pass SAPA. Guys, again, this is not just about guns, and it's not just about Missouri. This is about America, free America, red America, whatever you want to call it, telling the federal government, no, we don't have to enforce your crap. We don't have to enforce your laws. We have our own state. We have our own laws. We have our own freedom. And we want to protect that. That's the job of Missouri law enforcement. That's the job of the Missouri legislature. And in case you guys aren't sure where I'm standing here, I'll turn the camera around once. This is where I'm at right now. That's the State House right there. We're in the parking lot right now. So it's their job. It's Eric Burleson's job. It's Jared Taylor's job to fight to protect our freedoms here. And that's the whole goal of this bill, of this law. And that's why we're here today to defend it. Because if we lose SAPA, we might as well just shut down our state capitol and all become the robots of a tyrannical federal government. This is Missouri. We don't want to live under the tyranny of Joe Biden. We don't want to suffer under his gun control agenda. This is our state. This is our state. And we have the right to tell our own state law enforcement community, we want you to enforce our laws. We don't want you to enforce federal garbage. And that's what SAPA does. That's why Joe Biden hates it. And that's why we must win in the Supreme Court today in the building here behind me, against the city of St. Louis, the city of Kansas City, and the DOJ, all of whom are trying to shut down and overturn SAPA law. You know, again, guys, MOFC's sister organizations across America are fighting for SAPA in Iowa, where I'm born and raised. Iowa's fighting for this. Wyoming is pushing for this. Georgia is pushing for this. Minnesota is pushing for this. Ohio is pushing for this. States all over the country are following what we did here in Missouri last session. It's the identical language to Missouri's SAPA law. But in many cases right now, these Republican weak-kneed moderates, and we've got plenty of them in the Capitol right here behind my camera right now, in many of these cases, these Republicans are saying, well, we'll think about SAPA, but we want to see what happens in Missouri first. We want to see if Missouri's court challenge is effective. And so if by saving SAPA here in Missouri, we're not just defending the gun rights of Missourians. We're not. It's about far more than just this. It's about saving the idea of SAPA legislation for the country. So guys, take action today. We're going to have more live updates. I cannot have my phone in the Supreme Court chamber. The hearing, today's oral arguments, kicks off at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to hear an update from us after we're out of the courthouse. I really have no idea. This may go on for 4 or 5 hours. It may be shorter than that. I'm not sure. No live updates during the actual oral arguments. But once we're done, live feed and live analysis for you guys coming up later today. If you've not yet made a donation to help us fund our legal defense, we need you guys right now. We are incurring massive legal fees, I'm not going to lie to you, trying to save SAPA. But that's okay, because this is about everything we care about. It's all on the line here with SAPA. So if you guys can help us out, donate today. We'll have more live updates for you later on today once we're out of court. Guys, for the time being, take action, share our video. We'll keep you informed. Take care.